She's so funny.
She is stretched. Okay, well, I wasn't going to say anything quite yet. I'm just going to watch you for a few minutes before I want to kind of get see how you react to her and see what she does. But I think
Oh my gosh.
characterization is what she does right now. She's a little crazy. She's fussing with her mouth. She's trying to figure out where the contact should be, where that connection should be. Now, you don't want her to make the connection, okay? I mean, you do, but you need to make sure that you're allowing a good connection to happen, and then you need to push her to that connection and say, now, you need to connect with me. Okay, you don't want to make the connection by you pulling back. You want her to make the connection by moving forward, softly forward in front of your leg, into the right, okay? So as she does that, she's taking the connection from you. Okay, now this is getting a little bit more softly forward, so you feel how much you put it down, talking for the last, so to pick up the inside of the hand. Or not just pull on the outside rein. A lot of people, their horses would cut in on the path like that, and then pull on the outside rein. All that's going to do is make your horse counter back. You put the forward extra inside in. And walk. And try. Really bad. See how that stirrup is hard?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, halt a second and don't move anything. Don't move, just halt and don't move your leg. And walk up to her. And walk up to her leg. Right here. Okay, now here's where it should be. I want to see this be perpendicular to the ground, your ball of the foot diagonally, little toe against the outer branch of the stirrup bar diagonally across the ball of your foot, gives you the most support, and it will allow your weight to go down into your ankle the most. And your leg needs to be here, not here.
That's a problem I have a lot, is letting my leg come back.
Because as soon as you do that, then you tip forward on her. And as soon as your leg is here, then you'll be able to post forward and back.
Yeah.
When you're back here and you're tipping forward, that's going to make her speed up because you're not in balance with her. She feels that you're in front of her. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. Right. She needs to be in front of your leg. She can never get in front of your leg if you're ahead of her.
Okay.
So there's also three position ways to ride a horse. Ahead of the motion, with the motion, behind the motion. Two of those ways are correct.
With and behind.
Yes. Very good. I love you already. See, on the video, you're still leaning a little bit forward. When you're walking your horse, your body is perpendicular. Okay? Now, there you just lean back. I want to see you scooch. Yeah, there you go. So almost like you're sitting back on your pockets. And let's exaggerate this. Like you're going to look at this and say, oh, I'm leaning back too far. But let's exaggerate it for a few minutes. Because I have a feeling that as soon as you start posting, and your body will naturally incline forward, but I think it'll be just the right amount. And when we go back to the posting trot, I want you always to try to stay vertical. Okay? Which would be wrong, but if you try to stay vertical, I want you to think about doing this. Okay. Really forward and back with your toes. And when you go up, I want you to bring your shoulders back. Okay. All right, so before you trot, you're going to connect her to that outside rein from the inside leg. When you feel that she's taking the feel of your outside rein, and she's bending, and she's in front of your leg, and she's not bulging back, then post and trot. Soften the inside rein a little. We don't want to overbend her. You just want her finding her balance on the outside rein. So she's chewing the bit a little. Lengthen your inside rein about an inch. She's so soft in the mouth that you can almost, once she learns to connect to that outside rein, you'll almost be able to let go of that inside rein. And she'll maintain her bend because she's going to be in front of your leg, which means also off your leg. Okay, and trot. Forward, back, knee back. When you go up, think shoulders, back, back. Yes! Back. You know the difference? Yep. You keep your post slow, and now when you're sitting, you're really sitting on the down part of the post. You can feel your seat bones now, right? Now you can open your shoulders a little, open your chest, arch your lower back, because that's going to rock you up on the and we want you back on your pockets a little bit. So I want you to tuck your hips, keep your back flat. Very good. Now squeeze a little the inside leg there, back on that outside rein, and don't let her pace change. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Shoulders back, 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 back. Help forward, 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 over the front. There you go. Good for you. Now she's going to feel, and your leg is up.
Yeah.
So I think we have to work on both of these things at the same time. We have to tweak your position of your leg, your lower leg, and your foot in the stirrup. The position of your foot in the stirrup is the single most important thing. Okay, because if we can't get that right, your leg's not going to feel right, or you're just going to develop bad habits and go, this is the way I always ride.
Yeah.
And then it's going to feel funny when we get your foot in the correct spot in the stirrup. Shoulders back. There you go. And relax your pelvis so you feel like you're coasting with just your hips. Your whole body's not moving, but you're just your hips. Very, very good. And you're just ever so slightly forward. And that's exactly, I knew that would be, you're trying to sit up very straight, right? And you'll see on the video, you've got just about, 15-degree incline to your upper body, which is perfect. So much different. So I want you to compare this to when you first started trotting. And now we're going to prepare to walk. We're going to half halt. We're going to sit, 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 walk. Half halt, sit, 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 walk. Perfect. So I almost always give my horse 3 beats to get something done. So when I plan for the walk, that way it's not really abrupt. The outside rein. If she speeds up when you let go and use your leg, then that's when you ride in the rhythm. Slow your toes down, you can even say whoa, or you can half halt let go on the inside rein without shortening it up too much. If I had a horse that wasn't wanting to give on the inside and they were against my inside leg, I would shorten my inside rein. Yeah. Because the inside of her body is shorter than the outside of her body. But a horse that curls behind it, that she does, you're going to want to lengthen that rein. Encourage her to keep the balance on the outside rein, but there's no reason to get behind the bit. And prepare to walk and walk. Sit, 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 sit. You kind of walked before you sat. Did you feel yourself kind of pull back and lean forward? Okay, prepare to trot. So push, 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 trot. Sit back, push, 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 and sit a few beats. So if she picks up the trot, you're saying push, 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 sit, 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 then post. Okay. So you push, 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 she trots, sit, 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 and then start posting. Okay? Yeah. They need to still feel, I mean, you're further along in your riding than some of my students, okay? So I want, and I think you understand these concepts pretty well.
Yeah. It helps to have reminders and to hear, sometimes just hearing things a different way from how you've been hearing it helps too.
Well, I mean, it's a little dressage-y, so if you haven't had much dressage background, but I just think, really everything that we do is flat work. I mean, when you're jumping jumps, there's only 8 strides in the air. The rest of the course is basically canter flat work. Yeah. Changes in bending, pace, and path. Good. And walk. Sit, sit, sit. Walk. Good. Good. Do you feel how in the sit, 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 you could feel her step into the bridle? And then she gave you the balanced transition. Instead of you just pulling on her and pulling her out of balance. And her head didn't come up. Yeah. Right? So the other thing to think about is that downward transition, you want to keep their pole up. Even though we might want to get that hunter hacking with the pole down long and low, that's a different exercise. Yeah. Transitions, keep their pole up. Why? Poles are kind of underneath them, and it keeps them balanced and keeps them coming forward. Poor horse types that want to stop downhill, they're going to stumble through their transitions. They might trip really badly. I've even seen some horses get so out of balance they fall down. Yeah. She's just not like that. Okay, now let's build on this. Now we're going to ask for the canter transition. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to push her out on the circle, connect her to the outside rein, and then canter. So you pull it a little bit longer because you don't want her to trot. You want her to canter from the walk. And then you canter from the walk. If she trots a step or two, that's okay. But you're going to stay sitting. You're not going to post and you're not going to lean forward. You're going to swing, you're going to lean back and push her into the canter with your seat. Canter, Good. Good for you. Very good. Soften your inside ring. You see on the video that you're pulling your nose to the inside. Soften the inside ring. Now get in just a little bit of a sinking position. That's not completely a two-point position. Just soften your saddle. Get up off of the back a little bit. And just push your hands forward. Follow her now. Straighten her a little bit on the outside ring. Now next time we're going to go all the way around the ring. Your leg looks a little better. Your foot in the stirrup looks better. You get a little more depth in your heel, but it looks good. Now as you practice a little two-point position or a little sinking position, let that weight go down in your heel. Shorten your reins a little bit. Want your hands at least at the martingale strap, if not in front of the martingale strap. Lift your heel. You're leaning forward a little too much. I want you, there you go. I want you to stay up over your horse. Stretch up and be tall. I want you to stretch up from your hip, and I want your leg to stretch down from your hip. This is much better. This position, when you watch your video, this position compared to just 2 times ago, much better, Jess, much better. Now, back to trot. How are you going to do that?
Sit, sit, sit.
Half halt and sit. Bring your shoulders back and big trot. Whoa, 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 trot. Very good. And then posting right away. Forward yoga transition. Establish that back of your shoulders. Very good. Eyes up, eyes up. And look through your corner. Very good. Oh, I love the frame right here. Don't pull her nose in any more than that. I love the frame right here. Her nose is just a little bit from the vertical. That's exactly where we want her. We don't want her even at the vertical. She's not a dressage horse. She's a hunter jumper. With good flat work. And walk. Sit, sit, sit. Lean back, lean back, lean back, and scoot with your seat so that she walks forward. Now you're going to push her out, connect, 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 sit, 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 pose. Just think to yourself, when you feel her to go to trot, sit, 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 and it gives you time to feel what diagonal you should rise on and all of that. But that way you stay very relaxed in that sitting trot. The reason I don't like people to post, some people start posting before their horses even started trotting. Okay? You need to establish the pace first, and especially with you wanting to move a little bit too forward, if you remind yourself to sit, 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 because the sitting trot is the same position as the walk. You should be almost vertical. So sit, 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 and then think to yourself, I'm going to post with my pelvis first. Yeah. I'm not just going to stand up and sit down. Now, she's a little, you'll see in the video, she's a little stuck back here. Okay? So she's not in front of your leg right now. I don't want her faster, but I want her moving into the bridle. Steady hands. Separate your hands just a little bit. With that perfect connection. And as you're riding along, I want you to get that feeling that you're tall in the saddle, but that you're not standing in the stirrups. You're being pulled from your head. So you're not straight attached to your heel. You're being stretched into that. Your legs getting longer, your body's getting taller, your pelvis is moving forward and back. You tuck your pelvis, your seat over between your legs, and make your pelvis part of your leg, not part of your back. You're going to make your leg longer if you think of your pelvis as being part of your leg, not part of your back. She's behind your leg again. She's just chop, 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 chop. So soften your hand, lengthen your rein an inch or two. Let her take a bigger step. Now, down in the corner, you're going to sit, 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 and catch her. straight on the outside rein. Punches in. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. All right. Good for you. All right. So she always a little bit harder to get the left lead.
I think that is actually neat. Not perfect.
If your hands up and down before, you'll see in the video, it's a very different looking canter than you had the other direction. Shorter reins, little half off. Take your head up. Stretch down in your heel. Shorten your inside rein a little bit now. She's not off your inside leg. Feel how she's going to cut the hunter there?
Yep.
Okay, you've got, as soon as you feel that, you've got to get that inside leg on her. Make her bend a little. She's against her inside leg. She's against her inside leg. You don't want to use more leg. It's going to make her run. You've got to pick up the inside hand. Up the inside hand. Here you go. Good for you. Pick it up and back. So inside rein. A little left bend, half halt, left bend, let go. Left bend, let go. Easy. And use your voice. Easy. Because when you're lunging, you should be helping her with some of these voice commands. Good. This is better. So look to your position. Now you're getting a little better with your position. You're not leaning. You're stretching up again. Stretch up from the hip. Stretch down in your leg. So don't hang on the inside rein, but shorten your inside rein an inch. So that when you bring your inside shoulder back, you're not pulling with your arm. You're bringing your upper body back and you feel with your feet and your weight. You're like this potato head, okay? Everything's connected. So your hands connected to your elbows, connected to your upper arm, which is connected to your shoulder. Bring your upper body back. Guess what? Your hand's going to come back. You don't have to think about pulling on her mouth. You have to think about rotating that inside shoulder. You drop your inside shoulder. Pick your inside shoulder up. Roll your inside shoulder up towards your ear. I'm going to let you trot here in a minute. Roll your inside shoulder up towards your ear and pull it back. There you go. See that corner? Watch that corner on the video. Okay. Roll that inside shoulder back. She moves right over. Same thing here. Roll the inside shoulder back. Yes! Feel it?
Yeah.
But don't let it. She wants to fall in down here. So prepare. Pull your inside shoulder back now. Push her into that corner. Yes! That's the best corner you have. Okay, now you can trot. Forward, downward transition. Shoulders back, your shoulders. Now slow your post, keep your leg on and walk. Forward, downward transition to walk. Now, she's not as balanced going to the left. So you're going to slow the trot down. Keep hold of that martingale strap. Hold on it. Now bring your upper body back. You're getting in that fetal position again when you're bending forward at the, I don't care if you bend at the waist, but I don't want to see you close your hip angle.
Okay.
Now I don't want you to pick up the canter down there. I want you to come down here and pick up the canter. So when you're working your horse on your own, make sure that you're always picking up that canter at different places in the ring. So they don't start to anticipate, oh, she's going to ask me to canter.
Yeah.
Okay, punches in right now, punches in, sit. You're not sitting, you're standing, canter. Nope, right back to trot. And circle right around us. Now you're going to pick up your canter as you're going into the wall. Whoa, sit, canter. You got it. Good for you. Now canter a circle down here. Hold that martingale strap. How tall let go with the inside ring. Bring your upper body back. There. That martingale strap is going to be your best friend for a while, okay?
Okay.
And another circle, because it's also going to let go with the inside ring. How tall let go? Don't hang on the inside ring. You see in the video that you're hanging a little bit. Now let's go all the way around. Keep it straight on the outside ring. Good. Now, whoa. She got a little quick. Her pace change. Remember, pace is your first job. Pace and then pass. Bring your upper body back and say whoa with your body. Sink down in the saddle. Good. Oh, that was lovely. Lovely. Good, Jess. And trot. Now you're going to feel when she took the wrong lead, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So if you feel it right away, let her take 1 or 2 steps and then correct her. Don't let her canter halfway around the ring. And eventually, we're going to get to the place where you're going to feel that she's about to pick up the wrong lead, and you're not even going to let her pick up the lead. You're going to say nope, and you're going to start over.
Yeah, I can usually feel when it's happening. I hate to ask her
That's okay. Once you're, you know, if you can't feel it, like if she picks up the canter, and then you realize it's wrong, canter 2 steps and bring her back.
Okay.
If you can feel that she's about to pick up the wrong canter, or the wrong lead, don't even let her canter.
Okay.
You're not asking her to go forward and pull her back, you're asking her to move her body around, because what she's done is she's gotten a little bit out of position to be able to pick up the correct lead.
Uh-huh.
All right, so let her walk. Sit, sit, sit. Walk. Good.